Not yet,
So
no.
far, so good. I can get rid of some of these bad kids if I need to.
Kitty baby.
Oh, man, he's big. Alright, well, welcome to Alligator Alley, guys. My name's Joseph. I'll be feeding alligators for y'all this morning. Looks like we got a couple interested alligators. I'll go ahead and ring the dinner bell, give them all a heads up. Let's hope all 200 or so don't show up at once. If they do, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Sound like a plan? Oh man, you guys are excited. All right, here we go. Very high-tech alligator call. Never try that. So currently inside the swamp with us, a little over 200 alligators, about 250 on this side of the fence. We're looking at about 670 total on property. But really what's landed these 200 over here, really just being an alligator. What used to be creeks and swamps and bayous has now turned into waterfront property. So just being an alligator's pretty well got some of these guys in trouble. Now one good thing about them though is they're actually very good at association. Alligators can associate times, places, sounds, even colors. They see in color about as well as you and I do. For some reason, pink is their favorite color. Some of you ladies might need to watch out. Y'all stay in the middle, you'll be fine. But it does not take a very big alligator to ruin your day. At about 6 to 7 feet, which pretty much everybody on the bank right now is in that 6 to 7 foot range. But at this size, they have a bite force of about 400 to 500 pounds, which doesn't seem like much weight. Most of you fellas throw that up at the gym every week, right? A couple of us. Doesn't seem like much, but our arms and legs tend to start breaking around 450. So that little alligator can actually do quite a bit of damage. Now once they jump up in size to about 10 feet or so, which I see some bigger fellas making their way over, but at 10 feet, that bite force jumps to about 1,800 to 2,000 pounds. And if you guys make it to the back of the swamp and see or read about Captain Crunch, he holds the record for bite force for a male American alligator at 2,982 pounds. And this is true poundage, not PSI. These alligators can generate into the hundreds of thousands of pounds, PSI or tooth pressure. So he's only going to bite you once. Good thing is he can only hold that bite on you for about 20 minutes. So y'all got, 45 to kill. Things will be fine. At least we'll hope so. So hanging out with us out here in the swamp, we do have both males and females. Now from an external standpoint, male and female alligators actually look the same. So I can't really look at one and say, yeah, that one kind of looks like a boy or that one kind of looks like a girl, because they are identical on the outside. But there are a couple ways that you guys can tell whether this alligator is actually going to be a boy or a girl. The first way is you catch that alligator, kind of reach in, check out the running gear if you know what I mean. The second way is, ladies, you don't get quite as big as the fellas do. You get upwards of 10 feet. There has never been a female documented over 11. Fellas, you get up until about the 13-foot range, maxing at around 14. So if it's over 11 feet out here, I can pretty well guarantee it's going to be a male. Now, ladies, what you lack in size, you make up for in overall temperament and attitude. Good example. Two of the meanest alligators out here in the swamp. Due to their lovely temperament and attitudes, we just call them Hillary and Nancy. I like that one, huh? So, giving you guys an idea of what is transpiring out here in the alligator world this time of the year. We're just now in nesting season. If you are a female alligator, you should have already taken advantage of this feeding opportunity. Because once you establish your nest, ladies, you will not venture very far from it for the 65 days that it takes to hatch those baby alligators out. So mom's probably not up here eating at this point. Again, she's just providing that protection or overwatch. Who is over here is pretty much all the fellas. If you're a non-pecking order guy, you had nothing better to do all summer, so you've just been over here eating, trying to become that big 13-foot alligator. And then if you're a big guy, 13 or larger, you were chasing girls for the past 2 months, off the rim. Now you're hungry, you're tired, you're coming over getting a bite to eat. This is when these feeding shows actually do pick up quite a bit. Somebody wants to grab that leg, I'll try again. Nobody? We'll just give it a second as soon as this one gets out of the way. You were extra hungry today, aren't you there, big fella? There we go. So that's kind of what's going on out here in the swamp. As you guys make your way to the back of the swamp is where you're going to find most of those alligator nests. If you want to look for one of those, you're just looking for a big compost heap. That female will rake up all that mud, vegetation, debris into a big pile. It's about as big as the hood of your car, a couple feet tall. There'll be a smaller female in close proximity to that nest. Kind of a big disturbance out there, and the nice lush green grass is kind of growing. So pretty easy to spot once you guys know what you're looking for. Let's talk about how much these guys are eating right now. Again, everything kind of picking up. Once that breeding season is over, everything's focused on food for the most part. Let's use one of these bigger fellas that we're talking about over here. Chili Dog's hanging out. Let me see if we can get Chili Dog to come up a little bit. Kind of show you guys how big he is. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Does anybody have a barbecue? You want to take this home? All over the fence, just as easy. So Chili Dog over here is knocking on maybe 12 feet. He probably weighs over 500 pounds. We're going to make him 500 so I can do some easy math. Let's say something big comes along, presents itself to old Chili Dog here. He has a stomach capacity of about 1/5 of his overall body weight. So we're talking 100 pounds that he could eat at one sitting. Got a couple of those bad kids that fit right in, wouldn't they? Now, if we're at the extreme other end of that, let's say Chili Dog here is having a hard go of things. Life is a little tough. As long as he gets 10% of that overall body weight, so now we're down to about 50 pounds, he could actually go upwards of about a year to a year and a half. No food whatsoever, still keeping that lovely figure of his. So kind of shows you how good these guys are at energy conservation. Let me find another big piece for the devil that just showed up over there. Well, even bigger guy coming. Not sure who that is. Kind of looks like Shredder right now. All this duckweed on top of the water is kind of camouflaging them a little bit. We'll give him a minute, see if he shows up. Now, y'all keep an eye on Chili Dog. He's going to swim off of that pig leg here in a second. Physically, these guys can't chew. So everything they eat, they're just going to crush and swallow in its entirety. Inside of that alligator's stomach, there's enough hydrochloric acid produced that they can break down pretty much everything they've encountered out here. We're talking bones, teeth, feathers. Nikes don't do so well. That's a long story. Get your shoes off before you throw them in, Mom. Yeah. Hey, Shredder, how are you? This is one of the bigger fellas at this end of the pond. You want to come up here and say hello? He's kind of covered in duckweed right now. We'll use the element of surprise. Open up, Shredder. He's thinking about it. Oh, hold on. Maybe he's looking at me funny. I'm not sure.
Look at his back.
Well, y'all are probably wondering why these things don't come up here, bum rush me, take my cooler, eat it at their leisure. First off, it's going to take a lot bigger alligator to take me down. Secondly, where he makes his living is actually down at the water's edge and in the water. Not that this alligator couldn't catch me on land. He does have a very impressive land speed in the lower 20-mile-an-hour range, but that is a flee response. So it's not designed to chase stuff, it's designed to get away from things. The vast majority of what they're actually consuming out in the wild consists of turtles. Sounds pretty good, right? Hard, crunchy outside, soft, chewy center. Making me hungry just thinking about it. I don't know what's gotten into old Shredder over there. He just came up and left, refused a little food. Maybe he's full, I don't know. Freddy made out like a bandit though. All right, well, cool. Nice, calm alligator feeding. Didn't have to run for my life. I know that's not as fun for you guys, but it works out good for me. See if he's about to break his leg over there. He's thinking about it. These guys are really in competition with each other. They fight over girls, food, real estate, probably in that order. So they do not want to share that pig leg right there. Run, Forrest. Well, we'll go ahead and switch gears a little bit. Everybody here can swim, right? Where's our non-swimmers? Don't raise your hand, you're volunteering. Sit her down. Come on down. Just kidding. What we're actually going to do, hanging out to my left, Miss Sherry's running around over there. She's got an alligator out. If you guys have not had the opportunity yet to hold one, I highly recommend you do so. Ladies, they're not slimy, they're not